So recently, I was getting ready for some jazz gigs and I wanted to improve my playing in all 12 keys. I decided to use the Jamie Aebersold play-along CD called Giant Steps because on this volume there are 6 jazz standards played in all 12 keys. I did okay in keys like C and F.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
But when I got to some keys, my playing just fell apart. Ah. But I did notice things that make some keys problematic. I hate that 2-5-1. D flat, G flat to B. Now yes, it is a 2-5-1, but we're in the key of B. And if you ask any musician what's the 2 chord in B, they should answer C sharp minor to be precise. That's the 2 chord. And you know, the key of B has got 5 sharps. And you know, let's do the alphabet here. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So, you know, the black ones are the sharps. That's C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. So why would you label it D flat and G flat and then go to B? I found that many times chords were labeled incorrectly in keys like D, A, E, and B. You know, here's the cycle of fifths laid out in a line. And when you're going through the cycle of fifths and doing 2-5-1s or 3-6-2-5-1s, you get into the habit of these letters like D, G, C, right? D, G, C. That's a 2-5-1 in C, okay? In D, it would be E minor, A7, D. E minor, A7, D. It's only in this little area right here where you're kind of crossing over the international date line here and you're switching over from flats to sharps that you run into a different order of letters, you know. Instead of D, G, C, you get to B there. And that's why they did it here, D, G, B. But really, that should be D flat, G flat, C flat. If you want to call this the 2 chord, your 1 chord really should be a C flat. And if you want to call the 1 chord a B chord, then you need to do it like this, C sharp, F sharp, B. All right, and here's a 3-6-2-5-1 in B, starting on D sharp minor. And you know, 9 times out of 10, you know, if you're, what chord is that? You're asking your bandmate, what chord are you playing there? E flat minor, they're going to say. They're probably not going to say D sharp minor. They might, but D sharp minor would be a more correct answer if you're in the key of B. D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, and B. And I've found that if you think along these lines, you'll play better, you'll make less mistakes, and if you're transposing a song into a difficult key, it helps to think correctly in that key. Okay, I'm going to do several videos now about this where I'm going to take some songs that are fairly difficult to transpose. And what got me set off on this was, well, I watched a fellow YouTuber describing how to transpose a song. I think he was doing, was it All the Things You Are, maybe? And this is a song that wanders all over the frickin' place. And he said, you know, he talked about how to transpose it into an odd key using functional harmony. Now, what's functional harmony? Well, it's exactly like what I was talking about. It's like knowing your 3 chord, your 6 chord, your 2 chord, your 5 chord, your 1 chord. And then when the song wanders to a new key, you know what key that is, and you think 3-6-2-5 or whatever the chord progression is in that key. And that works great for an easy song, something like I've Got Rhythm or Blue Bossa or something like that. But when you get a song that wanders all over the damn place, like Stella by Starlight or the one I was just talking about, All the Things You Are, using functional harmony, only functional harmony, is going to make things so much more complicated. And there's a much easier way to do it. I mean, you have to use some functional harmony, but there's a much easier way to do it, and I'm going to make that the subject of the next video. And here's a link to it, because I'm not going to put this video up until that video is ready. That's it for now. See you soon.